I'm Kati Texas. Welcome to Old Town Art Crawl. It's the first Saturday of the month here in Eureka, so that means art's alive. Not only are all the galleries open late, but every bar, every restaurant, every store has art all over it. There's live music everywhere and a big crowd of people out to check it out. Let's go see. Let's go see who we can find to talk to. All right, so Linda, this is Linda Wise, the painter here in Happy Cat Studios. You have work in here, right? This is yours?
I did a lot of the clowns, and over the last couple of years, it seemed like the right thing to paint.
Do you find it cathartic to paint, to get stuff out of your head and onto the canvas?
It does, because normally you have other professionals or people that you can see on one-on-one to work out problems, and you can talk to each other about things. And because of COVID and all, it's having a place to be creative helped me kind of process things and get, kind of come through some solutions. It was sort of zen, so it take me away from my problems, and then, the problems that I have on my day-to-day life, and then I could go back and say, oh, I can figure it out because I've cleared it out. Some other artists, now I don't put myself in the category of people like Degas or Toulouse-Lautrec or a Picasso, but all of them went through a clown period too.
I see.
And I sort of think, well, I wonder what was going on in their life during the time or what was happening. And,
right.
Because they're all impressionists, maybe it was during a time where a lot of, where there's some kind of turmoil that was going on, and that's how they processed it. I think it's dealing with ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think ridiculousness, always has a place in society, and all of us deal with ridiculousness. It's probably as old as time.
No kidding. Well, thank you so much for talking to us about your art and showing us around Happy Cat Studios. Here we are at the C Street Studios. This place has been a set of artist lofts for decades. It's a coveted spot to get to work in Eureka and an amazing spot to show. Some really big names have been through here, and I can't wait to see what they've got going on right now. It's all the way up there. Let's go check it out.
I made it for Nicole Fryer, a woman in cannabis, and so this is kind of an autobiographical piece for her. So it was New York, and then she lived in Colorado, and then she lived in Vermont. And I was asking her different questions, her favorite flowers, and so we have cannabis in there, and what her favorite stones were, and trying to match. And so it's more of a biographical piece.
One of my favorite local artists is Augustus Clark. He does these vibrant, chaotic, intensely detailed paintings, and I wonder if he'd be willing to talk to us. See if he's here. Hi. So did you find when you were...
My show, I'm just kidding. That's right.
Did you find during COVID that you were painting different things or in a different way?
Yeah, I did. I was painting less with an eye towards finishing paintings and more towards just enjoying color and color relationships, and kind of an extended, kind of just a fun exercise I've had for the last 2 or 3 years now. I never really finish paintings anymore. They're just ongoing. Everything I do now is ongoing. I never finish it on anything. They're finished when people walk away with them, you know what I mean?
I always thought you worked in oils. Do you work in acrylics?
Acrylics, yeah. Water-based paints and latex paints and mist tints. Mostly aqueous water-based paints, yeah. All colors. Well, my favorite subject matter is the universe itself and the next perceptions I have. Just anything that come along. But also, I do love birds and animals and a lot of color and light. But it's hard to paint a picture of just light. So generally it's something that light's falling upon, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah, like flowers and trees. I'm trying to get more positive in my own life and my own thoughts. So I do with not having more brighter colors. Mm-hmm. I'm getting towards more inner peace feeling. And so I naturally want to have more happy paintings that are coming out.
We could definitely spend a year looking around here. Thank you. We're just gonna sneak up here to the Ink People's Brenda Tuxford gallery and see a show called Bold Embodied, which is all about inspiring women and girls. It centers around a group of women and girls from the North Star Quest Camp, which is a summer camp that I happen to run.
So So it's a group show that brings together the works of 7 or 8 artists from this community, and all of them are portraits of women. You can see looking around the gallery that there's a real diversity of style, of medium. We have photographs, we have paintings and oil and other media. We have mixed media works, and the subjects of these works are also very diverse. There are a few famous women who visitors will likely recognize, and there are quite a few images of women who might not be famous but who are inspirational in a variety of ways.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. All right, there's some great stuff going up at the Epitome Gallery. We have Gina Tuzzi, little dog drama. We better get inside. And what are you showing tonight?
I'm showing a collection of recent works that are kind of done in tandem with my dear friend Luke Forsyth, who's over here talking to a friend. And our collection of work is called A Constellation of Flowers.
So now what do you mean by compliment? Did you do some collaborative pieces or like response pieces? How does that work?
I would say more response pieces. We've been in dialogue for a long time, but haven't actually done physical collaborations for a long time.
Cool. Well, we're going to take a look around. It's good to catch both of you here. Thank you so much. We're going to go say hi to Julia before we do that.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind Epitome Gallery.
Oh, that's the perfect word. So my goal for this space was to fill a gap in the community that was left when Accident Gallery closed. I was one of the founders and facilitators of Empire Squared space. I wanted a space that would inspire the community so people could come and regardless of what medium, they could draw from the environment and go home with a little seed of inspiration.
Can you describe the sort of art that you are looking for, the sort of artists that you want to engage in showing specifically?
So I go around and around with this. So initially I want to focus on contemporary art, feature a portion or percentage of that with street art because I really feel like mural culture and street art is part of a global dialogue.
Right here is just an example of funk graffiti style lettering that originates from the Bronx in New York but has been innovated through the Bay Area where I grew up. And this particular style that I do is reminiscent of the b-boy lettering that was done on the trains in the New York city subway systems, and now we had evolved it into our form.
Are you seeing it coming off the trains, off the walls, onto the canvas, and into the galleries?
Being that I'm a hip-hop artist and I've grown up in the hip-hop culture, most of the letters to me are doing a dance. So it's kind of like representing, you know, the b-boy culture in the letter form.
That's it for this episode of Old Town Art Crawl. We have barely scratched the surface of Arts Alive in Eureka, including our visitors from out of town over here. So join us next month. It's gonna be something. It's a coveted spot to get to have your studio, and it's a pretty awesome crew that's up there. Let's go see what they got going on. Oh no. Shoot.